am just getting ready to head out and run some errands today. I thought I would get a bit of a head start on my February reset. I'm gonna do it over a couple of days rather than trying to do it all in one day. Today I thought I would do the running errands portion of my monthly reset. I need to grab some groceries. I need to do a bathroom restock. I have a few products I really need to get some more of. And while I'm out, I'm also going to go and see my nan, spend some time with her, probably have lunch together, and I don't know, just make a nice day of it, I guess. So I'm gonna finish getting ready and then we can head out. Okay, today's outfit is as such. I have my sandals, black jeans, my little black belt, a white button-up linen shirt. I have lots of gold jewelry, and then also my Longchamp tote bag. This is the Neo Le Pliage tote bag, and they don't make it anymore. It's very upsetting because this is like a really heavy duty one. They do have black ones that are similar, and I will leave it linked down below, but it's my favorite bag. I've had it since 2019, and it is so durable. They make great bags, and I love it for my shopping and my running my errands. So I think I'm done. Oh, I just need my glasses, which probably also need to be cleaned. Yeah, they're really, really dirty. So I'm gonna clean these and then we can get in the car and head off. Real quick before I go, I do need to finish writing a grocery list. It has decaf on it so far because that's all I could remember this morning. But when I was journaling last night, I was actually thinking out loud and I wrote a bunch of stuff in my journal. So I'm gonna copy that into my list and then add down anything else that I can think of. It's a couple of hours later and I just got to the supermarket. So I had lunch with my nan. I went and picked up some fish and chips because she loves fish and she doesn't have it that often. And it was so lovely. They actually kind of gave me the wrong order. I was meant to get prawn cocktails, but they gave us calamari rings instead, which was fine. But it was delicious. I had a great chat to her, but I started taking notes on the back of my shopping list because she's now telling stories of things that never happened. She's 96, 97 in a couple of months, and she seems to think that she's 123. So that's the age that we're sticking with right now, but other than that, she's good. And it was so nice to spend some time with her. I still need to get those photos that I was talking about in my last video. I haven't sent them off. I've just been collecting photos that I want to print out and then write on the back of them all of the details and give them to her. And I hope to do that maybe every other month while I'm away. Just collect photos, send them to her, give her a bit of a story, and just kind of keep her up to date, you know, like almost like bring social media into like the physical and send her packages. So that's my plan. I grabbed the business card from the lady at the front desk as well, so I know exactly how to address things to get them to her. But I'm really excited for that as like a goal this year. It's part of my being more intentional and more thoughtful with gifts and things like that, because I'm not really a big gift person, but I want to be. So that's one of my goals for 2024, and I feel like I'm starting to work on it and, you know, kind of make little accomplishments. Anyway, it's time to go and get some groceries and fill up the fridge and get these things I need for the bathroom. Okay, I think that's everything. It was just a bit of a top-up shop, grab a few things that I wanted for the kitchen, a few things that my mum asked me to grab, but I think she's going to come back out and do a bit more of a proper shop tomorrow. And I grabbed a bunch of stuff for the bathroom, and I'm really happy because I managed to tick everything off my list. I just got home and I finished unpacking the rest of the groceries in the kitchen, and then I have this bag here, which is full of all of the things that I just really wanted to get on my list of things to get. I'd been meaning to do it for ages, so I grabbed a lint roller. I also grabbed some more decaf coffee because I cannot have caffeinated coffee right now. Like, it's making me so anxious. I also picked up a new moisturizing lotion. I really like the Cetaphil one, and this one has a pump bottle on it, whereas the other one I have doesn't, so that's nice. I also decided to get a squeegee for the shower because, following on from my last video, I've been having trouble with the bathroom kind of flooding because the shower is so poorly designed, and someone suggested getting a squeegee, and then when I get out of the shower, just squeegeeing all the water to the drain so it doesn't sit on the floor, and then that way it'll dry quicker. So genius idea. I also picked up some small garbage bags. I need them for the bathroom and also my little garbage bin that I have down there. I got some toothpaste because I'm officially out this morning. I had to cut open the last toothpaste container. And then I grabbed a Latan tanning mitt because it was all on sale. In fact, most of this stuff was on sale. I had a good day shopping. I got a lot of good deals, but I think the Latan stuff at Woolies is 50% off right now. So I got a tanning mitt, and then I also got their Express Tan. Now, I have no idea if Latan is any good. I just know that a million years ago it was the most orange thing on the face of the planet. So I don't know what it's like, but I've just been feeling like adding a bit of color to myself the last week or two, and I thought, you know what, I might start getting back into the routine of tanning. Whether it sticks or not, I don't know, but I grabbed those because it was just so cheap being half off. And then, okay, this is why this bag is so heavy. Before I get to the big thing, I also did grab another little bag of the Turkish Delight Easter eggs because I love Turkish Delight so much. So that's mostly everything. And then I also grabbed a bathroom scale because I've been wanting one. I was gonna buy one on Amazon, but I just decided to go straight for the one at Woolworths today because it was like $5 difference. And this is also gonna help me with all my packing and everything and figuring out how much everything weighs and how I'm gonna do it all. So that's my little haul. Oh, and I also picked up some flowers. I got 2 bunches of lilies, and I know lilies are really bad for cats and dogs, but the cats do not ever come in my bedroom, and Maggie very, very rarely comes in my room, and when she does, I do make sure that I am in here with her. She's not here by herself. So everybody seems to be well kept away from them. And yeah, I think that's it. So that's everything that I got. I'm gonna go put all this away and put it in the bathroom and then set up my flowers. These flowers are actually 2 weeks old. The stems are so yellow and they look so dead, but the tops of these flowers are actually totally fine. I probably didn't really need to buy new flowers. The whole vinegar and sugar mixture that I have done in the water has apparently done really well. So I am just gonna pour this old water in here. I really don't think it's worth refreshing this water. I might cut those a little bit to make them shorter, but I decided I'm gonna just put those into that vase and then freshen this one up and put the lilies into this vase. Had a few casualties. This may be the reason that they were actually marked down, I don't know, or I could have been just a little too rough with them in the car, but I was looking at the ones at Woolworths and they were $19 a bunch, which I think is quite expensive for a small bunch of lilies. And then I went over to Aldi and they had them for $8 a bunch, and then I turned around and the lady was like, oh, I'm just about to mark them down. So they were $5.60 a bunch. So I ended up paying $11.20, which is essentially almost half price of the ones at Woolworths. And I got 2 bunches. One set is yellow and the other set is red. I think these are the yellow ones are the ones that have fallen off. Did I say red? I meant white. I don't know where I got red from. One set of white lilies, one set of yellow lilies, and I'm really excited. I might have to mix them around a little bit when they're open. You can definitely tell that like that's yellow. I think this one's white, but we'll just have to wait and see when they open. So anyway, now I have fresh flowers, and I also have the smaller bunch here, which still look cute. Like this flower right here is almost perfect. So I'm just gonna have 2 sets of flowers on my dresser until these ones actually finally do die. Good morning. We've got a couple of flowers starting to open, another one over the back here, and these ones are starting to look quite droopy, except for this one. This one is still going strong. I was just doing my lipstick, and you know when you do your eyeliner and you do a little bit more on one side and then you do a little bit more on the other side and a little bit more on the other side, and then it's like way out of hand? That just happened with my lips. I think they're a little too overdrawn now. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it kind of went that way. I'm using an interesting lip combination at the moment. So the lipstick I've been using a lot over the last 6 months to a year has been MAC Syrup, which is a luster glass, and this is it. There is, nothing left anymore. But I recently repurchased Blankety, which in my opinion is the most perfect nude lipstick. And this one is, what is it called? It's an amplified lipstick, and it's much nicer. I feel like the luster glass lipsticks just don't last very long, and then they bleed out of the lips as well. So I've gone back to using the Blankety, but I'm finding it's washing me out just a little bit. And so instead, I have been putting the syrup color over the top of the Blankety with a brush and just using the last of it. And I really quite like the combination. I just don't know if there's a lipstick that's in the amplified formula that is this color, because I quite like it. I do need to look into it, but anyway, forgive me if my lips are a little overdrawn right now. I just kind of got carried away. Anyway, today I am going to be doing more of the cleaning portion of my February reset. I am going to finish off my vision board today and actually clean it up, pack it all up, get it put away. I'm gonna start by doing a load of clothes washing so that I can go into the week fresh. It's Sunday today, so perfect timing, sort of new week reset as well as new month reset. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll just finish tidying up my room this afternoon. And then tomorrow I'm going to sit down and do more of the admin work, like the computer based stuff, the budgeting, the planning, all that kind of thing. So let's clean and let's get this vision board done. This is the current state of my vision board. It's almost done. There's still a few bits and pieces I need to stick down. Essentially, the last thing I like to do on a vision board is cut out a lot of words that help bring the vibe all together. And so I've already cut out a bunch. I just need to glue them down, and I may just sit here and cut out a few more while I finish off my tea. I had a green goals and I don't know where it's gone. I need to find it. It's probably in the rubbish pile, but I want it because it was just this green goals, like pastel, and it looked so cute. I just pulled apart all of the rubbish and I couldn't find the word goals, and I was starting to stress that I'd thrown it out, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna work on it and maybe it'll turn up. And it was upside down right on the vision board the entire time. So thankfully I found it. I don't know, I'm very attached to this pastel sage green goals word, and it's gonna go right in the center of my board. I'm gonna start pasting down these things, maybe cut out a few things, but just get this wrapped up because this cannot go on for any longer. If you're not in my broadcast channel, then you may have missed the update on my pink mixer, this pink mixer right here. I put it on my vision board, and then 2 weeks later, I found it as an insane deal on Amazon, and I wasn't sure if Amazon and KitchenAid would honor it because it was out of stock. They did. They sent it. It's now waiting for me, and I'm so excited. I cannot believe that I got that mixer and like the fancy accessory pack for less than half of what it's supposed to cost. And the price has gone back up now on that listing. So if any of you managed to jump in and grab it when it was at the price when I listed it, then we are very, very lucky. I think I am finally done and it's looking so good. I'm just gonna give it a shake. Yep, nothing is falling off. It's all stuck down. I've got my goals in the center now. I wish I found a pretty 2024, but I didn't like the 2024 that I found, and I'm just gonna leave it as goals for now. Maybe I might come back to it and add a few things later on, but I've got my hair care section, my home section, decorating, decluttering. We've got my hosting section. I added a last minute little charcuterie board thing here, and it says summer entertaining grazing board, build a board. I mean, I love building boards. They're like one of my favorite things to do when I do have people over, but that's that section. I've got gifts, vacation, and then all of my cooking down here. And I'm so excited because now I can get up and finally clean up and put it all away. It's the first time my room has been properly clean all year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started the board before the first. So first time it's been actually clean and it's so nice. Good morning. I have a flower update for you. Look at how much they've opened in 2 days. In fact, they've opened a lot since I woke up this morning. I think this one here on the left was the only one that was really open this morning, and the others just totally bloomed in the last couple of hours. I am having a very frustrating morning. I'm kind of a little cranky because obviously I want to talk to you about what's happening with my move, but I can't. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. I keep telling you just a few more weeks, and then I wake up to an email like I got this morning and it's just a few more weeks. And it's driving me insane because there's so much uncertainty. I don't know what's happening and I'm just living in limbo, and I'm trying to focus my energy into the things that I can control, you know, like cleaning. I actually didn't finish cleaning my bedroom yesterday, and so today, because I'm so frustrated, I'm just gonna finish cleaning my entire room. I just need to clear my space. My desk is a complete disaster, and then I'm gonna do some admin work and try to plan out February, even though I really can't. I've just spent the last 15 minutes in my calendar like rearranging things and trying to figure out my February timeline, but it's so uncertain and it's so hard to plan for. So I'm gonna do my best, but I need to relieve the frustrations I'm feeling right now and clean. It's all fresh and clean. I swear these flowers are just opening more and more by the minute, and I think I'm gonna throw these ones out tomorrow. Today's the last day because really it's only this one here that looks nice. The rest are so wilted. So they've had a good run. They're 2.5 weeks old. Time to throw those ones out. And then now I have these ones to enjoy. I am on my bed this afternoon. I could be at my desk, but I'm just not feeling it. I just want to be nice and cozy on my bed. I'm about to track my expenses for January. I try to track every second week, and over here in the expense tracker, I already have the first 2 weeks of January filled out. So I do need to do everything since then, and I need to like play around with it a little bit, but this is all my personal expenses, and you know, living in the country means I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything, and I don't really spend a lot of money, which is quite nice. So I am going to track this. I might even go and put some leggings on and get myself super comfortable. I finished tracking everything. These are all my expenses over here for January. I've only done the expenses. I haven't done anything else. I spent $496.45 in January on existing. You know what? I need to figure out why I have so many Apple subscriptions. I must have apps or something I've subscribed to and completely forgotten about, because I have one here for $14.99. I have another one for $21.49, another one for $24.99, and there's still one pending, which I've not put in because I I don't have the exact date it's come out yet, and that's $14.99 as well. So I do this so that I can see where my money is going, and now I know I need to double check my Apple subscriptions because I'm clearly wasting money on apps I'm not using. And then everything else is pretty much just groceries. Oh, and you know what else I realized too? My Netflix account is coming out in Canadian dollars, which means I'm getting a conversion fee every time I pay for it, so I need to update that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna cancel CapCut, which is like a editing app. I was paying for the premium. I don't really use it. I haven't really used it this month. I think I renewed it in December and then I barely used it, so that's kind of annoying. I also have Duolingo. I'm gonna cancel that too because I haven't been using the app as much as I should be. I renewed my subscription for Duolingo in December, I think, and it was really good in December. I was like every day for like 3 weeks, so paying for the subscription made sense, but I haven't even used it in January, so I'm gonna cancel that one. And then I think the other expense is just my, what do you call it? The iCloud. So I think that's fine. I'm gonna cancel those two because I just don't need them right now. And then I think that's that. I probably should go over to my Netflix account as well and switch over to the Australian Netflix, not the Canadian one. So I'm getting charged in Australian dollars and not getting a conversion fee. I know what happened. I used to take my Netflix out of my PayPal account and I downgraded to the cheapest Netflix because I don't use it enough to justify paying for no ads. So I downgraded it back in August and I must have done it while I was in Toronto. So my IP address must have said, Canada, but I put my Australian card details down. So now I have to figure out how to change the membership and get it from the Canadian membership to the Australian one. And I don't know how to do that. It's all in Canadian dollars and I don't know why. I actually can't figure out how to change this. I might have to email Netflix. I wonder if I need to put my VPN on and pretend that I'm in Canada to see what the options are. So let's do that. Okay, billing update. I am in a chat right now with someone from Netflix trying to explain that I'm in Australia but I'm being charged in Canadian. This is why it's important to track your expenses so you can see what's happening and see where your money's going. And now I feel a little more accomplished because I need to, oh my god, I need to cancel and restart the account with my Canadian payment method. I don't want a Canadian payment method. I will let you know when I figured this out. Okay, so far this person has been pretty useless, but I think we've finally come to a solution. They've said I have to change my card, even though it's already an Australian card. They've said that I have to delete it and try a new card after the 3rd of February, which is like my next billing cycle. So I've cancelled my payment. I will not get charged on the 3rd. And then on the 3rd, I have to like re-put in a new card, which will be the same card. And that should switch it to an Australian dollar deduction instead of the Canadian dollar. So fingers crossed that actually happens. This is why we track our expenses, so we can figure these things out. Now that I've finished the budgeting, I'm going to do my goal planning and my habit tracking. This is the February monthly spread in the cotton candy color as well. It matches the budget spreadsheet. It's got all the beautiful colors of the pinks and the purples and a nice gradient. I really love it. Down here, we set our weekly goals. So over here, I need to pop in some goals for this upcoming week. I also need to come up with some habits that I want to achieve every day. One of them is to do my 45-minute walk every day, and then also the same as last month, drink enough water. I'm trying to decide if I should mix this spreadsheet with business stuff as well, or if I should just make it personal, because I have some business stuff on the January page and I'm just not sure how I feel about it. But I'm gonna pop in some goals and start thinking about what it is that I want to achieve this month, and then I can add in anything for the other weeks. But like I said before, it's really hard for me to plan anything right now. this part here is my January weekly goals. I did start out with the forest green spreadsheet, but then I changed my February tab to be the cotton candy because I liked it better. But I started the year so strong, right? So I have completed all of my goals for January. And then as we go, I just get progressively worse and worse at accomplishing my goals. And it's not a bad thing. Like, having this visual representation is fantastic. It means that I can now regroup. I'm obviously doing something that's not working. Maybe my goals are too big. Maybe they're just not realistic. So now going into February, I can break down everything that's left that still needs to be done into smaller, more attainable goals. And then that way I should have a pretty strong February in being able to tick them off and get them done. I've set some new habits for February. I decided to include reading a chapter a day of my book because I've been really good this week in reading, and I am now setting that as a daily habit. So read a chapter, drink enough water, 45-minute walk. Those are my personal daily habits. You don't need a million habits, right? Like, the idea is to just put a couple down and start tracking them, start trying to push yourself to achieve them. And as they become a more natural part of your routine, then you can start adding in other habits. So maybe you start with 3 in January, and by the end of the year, you have 10. So it's just about slowly building on ones that you've been able to really integrate into your daily routine. So I've got 3 personal daily habits for February, and I have 4 now. I had 3 last month, but I have 4 now for like business and work related stuff. And I've separated them by a line. I figured that would probably just be the best way for me to go about it. And then I have broken down some goals. I have used the week 5 section of the January one to do the 3 days of January that's in this week. So I'm not setting a lot of goals because it's only 3 days. And then I'm using the first week of February to do the remainder of the week in the last 4 days, or the first 4 days of February. So that's all done now. I've got some goals set. I'm going to think about it a little bit more over the next couple of days about how I want to break down all of the goals that are left over from last month. But this was really fun. To be able to see and have that visual representation of how my month went is really, really cool. And I'm really excited for February. Besides, every time you go to a new tab for a new month, it's like a clean slate and it's so motivating, like fresh start every month. So that is all done. I'm happy about that. Happy about getting on top of those little financial subscription things that, you know, I'm going to have to come back. Actually, that's a goal. I need to put that down. I'm going to have to come back to the billing on the 3rd of Feb to do the Netflix thing. So I'm going to write that down too. But yeah, that's the admin stuff. I still have one more task that I want to achieve in my February reset. I am up. I've got my jeans back on. I just realized I didn't do any budgeting for February. The only reason I've not done that is because I'm going to start to have moving expenses and I have absolutely no idea what they will be or how much they will cost. So I'm just going to see what happens in February. Saying that out loud sounds kind of scary, just seeing what happens, but it's kind of all I can do. So I'm not doing a budget for February, but I did, just finish tracking everything off. Now, I have one more task for today, and that is to tick something off my to-do list that's been there for a while, and that is de-pilling these leggings and a couple of my pants in the wardrobe. Each month this year, I would really like to try and tick one thing off my to-do list that's kind of not super important, but it's just there and it's something that I always think about doing. And so that is where, this little thing comes in. So this is one of those electric de-piller devices. This one is from Lindcraft here in Australia, but the one that I have in my storage locker is off Amazon, so I'll link that down below. Very handy little devices. I need to do these TNA leggings and then a couple of my pants from Abercrombie. I think that's it for my February reset, unless I think of anything tomorrow, in which case I may see you again tomorrow. But I think that might be it. I have done everything that I wanted to do. I have a bit of a to-do list over there and it's all checked off. So I feel ready for February. I'm really, really excited for this month. As frustrated as I am that I can't tell you everything about my move just yet, I am going to be moving in February. I'm going to start packing this week, actually. I think in the next couple of days, I might do a little bit of a suitcase test run and see what I can fit in and then figure out out whether I need to ship some stuff over or whether I need another suitcase. So that's going to be part of this week. And then in the next couple of weeks, I will be packing everything up. And in February, I'm going to be heading from here to Melbourne. There's a few things I need to do in Melbourne, and I will be leaving from Melbourne to go overseas. So that is something I can definitely tell you. I am going to Melbourne in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to start packing and organizing and doing all of that. So that's a definite. And then the other part is still so unknown, and it will be so unknown for a few more weeks. And then finally, we can talk about it, and I can tell you the whole story, which I'm so excited about. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me while I did my February reset. I hope you've been inspired to do your February reset, and I will see you next week in my next video.